Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna do these here a mid-month reading for you. It's July 11th. It's going to be situational career. Love may or may not come up from now until the end of the month. It'll be a forecast. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get updates on when I read for you again. And also hit the like button. And if you comment, I'll give you a personal reading. Please keep in mind these are general readings. There are a lot of humans on the planet, and it won't resonate with everyone. You can also check your sun and moon sign for clarification if your ascending sign doesn't resonate. And if you're looking for messages of love, tune into a reading for the sign that your moon is in. That might help you with that. So let's begin. For Pisces, those born on Earth between February 19th and March 20th, for Pisces, please. A signifying card for Pisces universe. General messages, career, home life. If relationship is pertinent, please tell us. Signifying card for Pisces, please, universe. So close. They want me to shuffle again. Pisces, this is a brand new deck. The Living Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. It's very intuitive. For Pisces, please. Sorry, your guides are slow to come. Well, they're telling me Two of Swords in reverse. I'm feeling like you might be a little blocked up right now. It's okay. It's temporary, you know. To all things, there is a season. You're feeling a little off balance. You might be feeling like the cycle you're in right now is precarious for you. There may be some outside influences that are out of your control contributing to a situation you're in. Maybe feeling like you're getting in a little over your head. Yeah. Stress, Two of Swords often means stressed out in what your action is. What do you do most during the day, Pisces? You're probably at work or school. So you're feeling a little unconfident maybe in the workplace right now. You might be having a hard time reaching a deadline. And the guidelines that you have to meet are maybe feeling a little crazy. At home, you might be strained as well. You might be having a hard time dealing with some drama that you're facing. You might be avoiding it because it's mental conflict. It's a Libra energy. Could be dealing with a Libra. You have Libra in your chart in an important way somewhere. And overall, you're just feeling unconfident. You might also feel like you have a choice to make and you're having a very hard time making it. It's like it's a stalemate. It's a zero-sum game. You know, their swords are crossed, but they're down. Who won? We don't know. And there's something in the middle there. So there's some kind of issue going on. You might have to make a decision about it. Hear my birdies chirp? They concur. I keep parakeets because I'm an air sign. I'm going to use my Zach Wong deck. Pull 5 cards to talk about your journey from now until the end of the month. Overall vibe. For Pisces, please, universe. For Pisces. Give me 5 cards, please, for Pisces. General. I'm feeling a little nervous right now. Blocked up. 4 of Wands in reverse. feeling a little out of balance in your mind. 4 cards are about your foundation, your thought foundations. You might be feeling a little blocked up there. Feeling like your foundation might really be off balance a little bit. We also have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Might be beginning to realize something. What else for Pisces? Really flipping out for me today. Queen of Swords in reverse. Oh, you're just over something. Something's really... This chick is, I get more Libra energy. She's not happy with you. Whoever this energy is, or you're not happy with a situation. And you're kind of feeling like, all right, look. What else for Pisces, please, universe? Oh, now the deck really wants to talk. I'm feeling it, Pisces. Yeah, okay. Wow, you got more. We have a 7 of Swords card. Feeling like you need to share everything with the world, maybe. And we have the King of Pentacles. This one wanted to come out too. Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing that this is your overall energy. Yeah. Feeling a little opinionated about something right now. And feeling like you have to act, but you might be holding off a little bit. Holding off a little bit with maybe your cups and your pentacles and even your wands, because we've got 4 of wands in reverse here. But the way you might be dealing with is that you or somebody else in your life might be being, I don't know, like a little reckless right now. Yeah, and you feel like, or not even reckless, but like you feel like you can only take care of yourself right now. And you're feeling like you have to keep to yourself. Or if you're either feeling like you have to keep to yourself, or you're dealing with a person that's very underhanded, unreliable, brash. You may either be feeling like you can only do things that are good for you and serve you, or you feel like someone's trying to use you for their own personal gain, possibly. I'm seeing a project, especially with the 4 of wands. It's making me see that if it's work related, you might be dealing with someone at work that's using you for your own gain, or you kind of just feel like you have to look out for yourself in any situation in your life and climb the ladder on your own. If it's a relationship, maybe somebody might be putting forth a false image. Also, I feel like some of you are just plain not acting on something. It's either that, or I'm seeing 2 different energies. No action in certain parts of your life, and just sort of overacting in other parts. But I feel like you only want to look out for yourself, or someone else only wants to look out for themselves. You might be being a little reckless right now. Yeah. Underneath, the 4 of wands. There's not a lot of harmony. There's ideas just aren't flowing right now. Partnerships aren't going really well. Something that was flourishing, that was, having a great summer right now kind of isn't, for sure. Sorry, my tripod almost fell over there. I feel like, but it gave me a minute to just resonate with the card. I feel like maybe you're feeling a little impatient right now. And something has really changed and maybe broken down. And maybe things are calming down, or will. You want them to. There's a lot of things in flux around you right now. And you really want to form a stability, but it's kind of, you're feeling like it's not there. It's not, there's a lack of cohesion. And you're feeling really overwhelmed. Everything's moving too quickly around you. It's making you feel even more off balance with this Two of Swords energy. And there's changes happening. There's a breakdown here. There's a breakdown of some kind in your life, or you're feeling like the layers of something are being broken down, and you're seeing the instability of it. This is going to produce some kind of a change for sure. Yeah. And you're feeling this isolation as well. My goodness, Pisces. You feel like you need a change to happen. You're very frustrated and feeling impatient. But this Eight of Swords energy tells me that you might be having some kind of a realization. It's, you were asleep and being tormented by your nightmares, and now you're starting to come to some realizations. This crack in the foundation, and this feeling like you're feeling so, I feel like you're so wound up about a situation that you've just like had to put that sword down and walk away from it, or you're just gonna be reckless. I'm hearing it more now. You feel like there's a lack of harmony in your environment here. And with this Eight of Swords, you've come to a realization about something. You're really trying to break away from a bond of some kind. You're starting to see things more clearly, that you weren't, things that really upset you about the situation, or whatever this cycle is that you're going to be going through July. And you've been dealing with this a long time, and it's been demanding of you emotionally. But it's been necessary. If it's relationship or work, like, the path to move forward will become clear, towards the end of July, because you're waking up. You're coming to some real realizations about something, Pisces. And you're very motivated to think logically about it now, which is fantastic. I love that. Yes. And with this Queen of Swords, whatever this is, you've woken up from a situation and sort of come to some realizations about whatever's happening, whatever this is about. And you're feeling a little embarrassed. Your ego is definitely feeling bruised. And you're pissed. The Queen of Swords is like, no, I'm not going to act. I pride myself on my intellect. I pride myself on, being smart, getting things done, not having the wool pulled over my eyes. And I'm realizing that I have been. And it's a feminine energy. It feels like a failure. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's air energy. You have lots of air and fire here. Mostly air and fire. I feel like you're dealing with an air sign, possibly. Or you just have there's a lot of air qualities here. You're upset. It's made you upset, realizing whatever it is you've realized about this cracked foundation is really upsetting you. You're starting to see the shortcomings in other people, and you are sick and tired of people bringing up your shortcomings right now. You feel like, again, there's a disruption here with this Two of Swords, and the foundation of something has been shaken with the Four of Swords. And that's definitely got you upset. Queen of Wands in reverse has been provoked. She is bent. You're feeling angry because your pride has been hurt. And it's starting to really throw you off. That's why this is right above it. Two of Swords in reverse, unbalanced. Queen of Swords in reverse, feeling unbalanced and feeling like you've been dethroned in some way. I mean, it's a queen and she's in reverse. So, yeah. Seven of Swords. Feeling like you're aware of a betrayal. Yeah. And whatever the situation is here, I feel like it's relationships or work. Um, I feel like this is you, but it's also another person. I think you're dealing with someone that's, you know, totally full of shit, and they're shallow. I mean, look at this asshole. Mocking. I think you've been dealing with someone that's really bruised your ego. And you're very skeptical at this point. You're feeling like you've been bullshitted, you've been lied to. Um, Definitely questioning. I mean, that's what the breakdown of the foundation is. You're really starting to question the situation or another party in the situation. What's the true intention? And what's my true intention here? Everybody's intentions are being reevaluated, which makes sense. You know, there's a lot of reevaluation going on because Mercury's in retrograde. And Uranus and Mars are squaring off. Google that and see how that might be affecting you. If you're dealing with a person, this is a person that's very well dressed. They're a smooth talker. They're abundant in confidence. They hide behind a mask. This is usually my narcissist card because, again, look at this. You know. But it also may mean, and it's associated with Gemini. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like you're dealing with a Gemini or a Libra here, possibly. But you also may feel like that you just have to put on a fake smile for a situation. For some of you, this is a person you're dealing with, but for others of you, you may feel like you just have to grin and bear it, quite literally, and be like, yes, of course, no problem. But underneath, you're like, look at her face. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, fine. It's for that, it's some of you. But for others, this is just how you're feeling because you're dealing with a person that is this creepy piece of shit. For sure. And you finally have some earth energy here, Pisces. You're feeling like it's definitely going to throw off your pentacles, which is why it really could be work. And I think really ultimately this is telling me a story that you're feeling like you need to be the Queen of Swords in reverse because you're dealing with someone that just is completely has misled you and hasn't been authentic and honest. And they're really being very stubborn and being very black and white. I think the realizations you're coming to is you thought this person or this situation was the King of Pentacles in the upright, which is prosperous, level-headed, intelligent, mature, grounded. You know, in reverse, he's not. And in fact, they can be, you know, King of Pentacles in reverse is controlling and just like, oh, please. Like, they look down on you. Again, more this narcissistic energy as well. The situation is not going to unfold pretty. You know, when you have a major, you have a queen or a king in reverse, I mean, you're not feeling pretty about it, and the situation's not going to be pretty either. There may be some sort of failure, you know, or a letting go because of this Eight of Swords realization here in reverse. You may be letting go of the situation because it's stagnant, and it's limiting you. There are limiting beliefs being put upon you because of this energy. But the relation, whoever else is involved with it, it's like they're bored, but they won't let you go. And this isn't where I give advice, but I really hear your guides saying they need to know that they need to watch their resources very carefully. There may be some sort of a winter or a drought lying ahead, especially, and that makes sense for them to want me to give you that advice right now because you could be dealing with a Virgo, an earth sign, a Virgo, a Taurus. Because if you come to this realization, Pisces, it's like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm dealing with this narcissist. And they're being, you know, very unwilling, very much a stick in the mud, very complaining. This is a person that ultimately has no power and no imagination, but they think the opposite of themselves, I think. Yeah. So that's what's going to happen moving towards the end of July. Gosh, Pisces, you're going through something tough, but the important part is that you realize that there's this breakdown. It is blocking you up. It may be causing you to not act, and when you do, you might be a little reckless. I mean, he's riding a dragon. That's hard to tame. Could be one or both of those energies. Universe for Pisces, for more clarification, please. For Pisces. One card underneath each. For Pisces. There it is. Oh, you got two. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, see? You're realizing there's a breakdown in foundation because someone, you're being the Queen of Swords in reverse. And this guy's what's underneath here, this breakdown of foundation is a breakdown of logic. There's a breakdown of action. There's a breakdown. I feel like this is a boss or a partner that's not acting, not being logical. Yeah. And manipulative as well. What else? Eight of Pentacles. We've got an Eight of Swords and an Eight of Pentacles. I think you feel like there's just been a lack of productivity overall. And, you realized you've made some uninformed and uneducated decisions. And you've been maybe working hard for nothing. Four of Pentacles. With this Queen of Swords energy where she's just not going to give and she is over it, it's really underneath that is a desire to pick up those pentacles and hold them tightly. Again, it's a four, with this imbalance with the Four of Wands and the breakdown in the foundation and what it was all based on, it's causing you to really pull all your pentacles close and watch yourself carefully. I might have to pick up and go in some way, or at least you're ready. Like, this guy's ready to jam, And I don't blame you. If I saw this motherfucker, yeah, I'd do the same thing. We've got the Chariot. You want to move away. You want to move away. Or move towards finding out these lies and deceptions. Or it's definitely wanting to make you leave the situation. And Judgment. There's more Libra energy at the bottom. Six of Pentacles. Mutually beneficial partnership. You may have been very generous, or someone was generous with you. Look at those hands catching. This is the energy that you want. But I think that you're embodying this, Pisces. You've given a lot to this relationship. You've put a lot in it. This is a card of abundance. And yeah, you definitely want to maintain that for sure. But this, the Chariot, the overall energy of the Chariot underneath this energy is this person's feeling very victorious about this. They're feeling very proud of themselves. They feel like they've gotten away with something. Haha. But it's causing you to want to leave the whole situation behind for sure. And Judgment, you feel like this person or this situation, when you've got this kind of breakdown, ultimately you really want to move towards what's fair and right. But I also feel like based on its placement, I hear this person saying to you, you know what, maybe you should just go. This isn't right for you anyways. You're not really doing your best here. You're not really, it's like, it can also be like a contractual obligation. Like, you need to be focused on that. And I just feel like they're messing with you here. Maybe you just need to make a decision about this. Do what's best for you, which is good advice anyways. Whether they're being sincere about it or not, I think they're kind of playing with your head a little bit here. I think they're giving you some unsolicited advice, or they may also just be telling you do what's right for you. And underlying, even if you're embodying this energy, like you're also, I mean, King of Pentacles and all the kings and queens in reverse are pretty much the same. Look at his face. I'm so over it. If this is you feeling so over it, it's because it is not what's right in any way. But if it's another person here in this situation, they're also just sort of going, saying, hey, just do what's right for you. You know, we can always reevaluate the contract. But yeah, the energy for me is it's either one of those two stories, Pisces. Eesh, I'm sorry. Let's get some advice for Pisces, because it looks like they have to deal with something. They're going to have to come to a decision. They're at a stalemate. Can you help them? Archangels, we are for us. You are for us, and we are for you. And we are for ourselves, too. The energies and the solar system and the universe created by Source that are preoccupied with humans. You love us so much. Can you please give Pisces advice? Looks like they've, just woken up from something, realized their foundation is off. None of the ideologies behind what they were getting involved in nothing is what they thought it was. They're over it. They're mad. They're dealing with a narcissistic energy, or they themselves feel like they have to pull back and hide and just smile. Either they're over something, or someone else is pretending to be over them, or really are. Do you have any advice on how to deal with this best for Pisces? What should they focus on? What should they do for Pisces, please? Apologize. If there is an apology owed to you in this situation, be accepting of it and just accept it. If you feel like you need to apologize to keep this judgment in the upright, do so. Have some class here. And if you tie up any emotional loose ends, it'll keep this energy in yourself at bay, and it'll quell it in someone else. They might be wanting it, or you might be wanting it. Health, whatever is happening, when you have these Two of Swords moments in reverse, they can affect your health. The archangels want you to pay attention to it. All aspects of your health, sleep-wake cycles, what you're eating, the balance in your life, again, with the judgment. This also means, you need to balance things out in order to deal with the situation. And that's about your health as well. Focus on your health, please. Freedom. I know it. I mean, this is also about a reconciliation or of a contract, like changing a contract or letting go of it. Free yourself. If you're thinking it, if someone else is telling you to free yourself, no matter how they're telling it to you, do so. The archangels really want you to. And also, I see stay. Now, I'm going to tell you, whenever I see this card, the archangels tell me not to try too terribly hard to interpret it. But you need to know that the overall intention of the card is don't run away from a troubling situation. If you do, you should free yourself from it ultimately. But if you have to make this apology, or you have to focus on a loose end and a blocked up energy, if you really want to move away from it at all or get anything to change, you are going to have to block up that energy between the two of you that's shadow and dysfunctional. So stay is kind of like the strength card in reverse sometimes. Like you have to face a situation. You have to stay and face the music and experience it. There's an aspect to the situation, however unpleasant, that's not complete yet. And the angels are really, they're telling you in July, you might not be able to move on. I think they need you to stay put. They want you to stay put until the end of July. We'll see what happens for you ultimately, though, okay? I mean, only you can decide that. I think you have a decision to make. You may have to hang on for the next couple weeks and figure out how you can get this judgment card to play itself out in action with a reconciliation of some kind. Or to reconcile means to you know, rework something to some degree, a formal contract. So this could be a really serious, intense relationship, or it's a working relationship. Either way, it's affecting your health, especially with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Here, she's still in the bed. She's just waking up from a nightmare. Whatever it is, it's stressing you out. I mean, look at this poor person. His head is down. And, you know, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, your pride has been hurt. You may have said some things that are shitty. Knight of Swords can be pretty shitty. So watch that stuff. You know, you may have to apologize. You should free yourself from the situation, but you're going to have to stay probably through to the end of July, especially if you need to keep these pentacles close by and save up and plan for the future. You know, or even if it's just like a reevaluation, like I'm going to hold on to things for right now. Yeah. Gosh, Pisces, this was intense. I'm going to give you one message of love as a final piece of advice. These are romance oracles, but romance isn't necessarily like a romantic partner. It's matters of the heart. And your heart is being affected by this. I know this because you've got this Two of Swords, and you've got this health card, a little off balance, and when you are acting, you might be reacting a little recklessly. For Pisces love oracles, these cards want to come out. My goodness. See? Wait, just like stay. Don't rush it. Allow nature to take its course. Let what's happening play out naturally over the next 2 weeks. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. No matter the situation, get some space from it, and make sure you're coming from a place of the heart, and give what you can, especially with those apologies, and allow someone to give to you in the situation and make it amiable. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun. And remember, love is the greatest healer. You know, if you want to heal from this situation, it's okay to be a little lighthearted about it. Even if it means like wisecracking and being like, really? Like, don't get too intense. Don't get too serious. Keep it light, especially if you're dealing with someone that's kind of narcissistic. Okay, Pisces, I'll be looking out for you. I'll see you next time. I hope this helps. I know you're going through something tough right now. You got this. I'll be watching, okay? I'll check in with you next time.